What's up, everybody, and welcome to my New Japan Pro Wrestling Wrestle Kingdom 18 review. I gotta say, this was one hell of a show. I did watch it in its entirety. I did my best today, or a little bit last night, to, avoid spoilers, especially on Twitter or YouTube. So I had to stay off the internet nearly the whole day. Now, I did watch some of the show live a little bit last night. I'm not gonna stay up for the next 3, 4 hours, like at 2, 3 in the morning to watch it. So I watched some of it last night and I finished the rest of it today. So now I am reviewing this show. It is a lot to say, some surprises, some great matches, of course, and new champions being crowned on Wrestle Kingdom 18. Obviously, live from the Tokyo Dome on commentary. We did have, I'm trying to remember the new guy's name, Walker Stewart, Chris Charlton, and Rocky Romero. Now, I'm not gonna be lie, it is a little bit weird to not be hearing Kevin Kelly on New Japan Pro Wrestling nowadays. I've heard him for so many years now. It is kind of strange not hearing him actually at Wrestle Kingdom now. Like, not even just New Japan itself, but not even being on the Wrestle Kingdom commentary team. I don't really have a lot to say about the new guy they got. I would say give him time. Apparently, he's been there for a few months now, if I'm not mistaken, on commentary. So I don't think he's bad or whatnot. So I would at least say give him a chance. But it is kind of strange not hearing Kevin Kelly there anymore. Now, obviously they have the pre-show in the Tokyo Dome. The New Japan Rambo. Basically, it's almost like a somewhat mini Royal Rumble in a way, but here's the thing: the final four people will be facing for the KOPW title at New Year's Dash the next night. So this is not gonna be a lot to say. It's not like with a lot of surprises within this whole New Japan Rambo. Basically, just kind of get everybody on the card in a way who's not on the card, because what, Chase Owens was in it, Great O'Karn. I know they were first two out there, but the Bullet Club War Dogs, Gabe Kidd and Alex Conliffe and whatnot, Jeff Cobb, um, Ishii. I'm trying to remember who else. Hanare. It was a lot of people. TDMK, Slapjack, if you want to say him. Wado, Kanemaru. Like, so I'm just naming names. I'm not gonna go to all the eliminations. They tried to at least do some stories with some people, especially people that are already against each other. Which or Show or and Yo were in this. Yo, for some reason, was wearing a tracksuit. I didn't understand why he had a tracksuit on. I guess someone stole his clothes or something. Fujita was in there. Was it Fujita Hayato? I think he was like the big surprise. And he ended up beating up Sho and Yo, going back into the ring. Ishimori was right after that. Doki, Takashi Izuka, which, he's retired. He's that big dude that beats up that announcer guy they have for years in New Japan. He was part of Suzuki Goon with the giant iron claw and big monster of it. But he came back for this one time. Taichi was the final person in there, which they ended up using the iron claw together and teaming up until they got eliminated by everybody. The final four people in this whole thing was Great O'Karn, um, Ishimori, Yo, and Toriano also. So they will face for the KLPW title the next night. So I don't have a lot to say about this. It's just a little mini rumble to see who faces for that title on New Year's Dash. It is what it is. They just, like I said, it's to get everybody on the card. But let's get into the actual official card of Wrestle Kingdom. We do kick it off with the opener, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team titles on the line. Catch 22. TJP and Francisco Akira. For some reason, TJP was coming out of a coffin with like these claws and having this mask, which he wrestled kind of like it was Halloween or something, going against the Bullet Club War Dogs of Clark Connors and Drilla Maloney. It's a good opener. It's not much to say. Pretty quick, I should say, too. They ended up with Catch 22 winning. I'm kind of not surprised. I think they're on their third title reign at this point with the junior tag titles. But they ended up hitting their move, which was the Catch 22. I forgot their finisher move. It was a double team. But given that entrance TJP just had out there, I shouldn't be surprised that they won. I still think TJP looks like an emo half the time. I guess that's his whole gimmick, anyways. I'm not even sure. I feel like he's about to skateboard for some reason. I've been saying that for a minute. But this is a good opener. Because I know he did the mist thing also with the mask. So I don't know what the casket of the mask. I mean, I think something happened recently, but I didn't see it. So it did look like a real scary mask, though. So not much I could say. It's a good opener. Next, the TV title is on the line. Hiroshi Tanahashi, I should now be saying President Ace. Hiroshi Tanahashi is now the new president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he did have a match on here against Zack Sabre Jr. Obviously, if you know how this TV title thing goes, it goes 15 minutes. It's actually been 1 year, one calendar year since Zack Sabre Jr. won this title, and he has held this title for over a year and joined TDMK, of course. But yeah, he has held this belt for a whole year now. This is a good match. And like I said, I know it's a time limit to this whole thing, and end up just being like a whole bunch of trade roll ups in the end. It was good for what it lasted. Um, Zack Sabre Jr. did give Tanahashi the belt, right after. Tana did basically, wish the fans a happy new year. I guess he's a double champion now since he has the never open six weight belt, never open weight 6-man belts, and the TV title now. So yeah, he's a double champion and he's the president of the company and whatnot. I believe he said in the post review, he has really no plans to retire right now. I know some people are thinking that, or he's winding down. I will say some Tanahashi matches haven't been the best to what I've seen kind of someone in the past, especially when he kind of came over to America and whatnot. But he seems to be back to his old self. Like I said, I don't think he's going anywhere near the world title right now, but I know some people are already gonna say, "Oh, Tanahashi booked himself to win at Wrestle Kingdom and whatnot." So I was a little surprised Zach actually lost the title here and would beat Tana, but I'm like, well, Tana's the president now, so it's kind of crazy. You gotta call him President Ace. Hopefully, Zack Sabre Jr. does go somewhere bigger, maybe face for the global title, maybe go for the IWGP Heavyweight title. He's done a great job with the TV title, defending it all over the world. Many companies, from AEW or in Impact also. So he is a Ring of Honor. He has defended his title a bit away around places, whatnot. So hopefully to see bigger things happening for Zack Sabre Jr. and going for a bigger title within the company. But like I said, it was a good match. Tanahashi won. So yeah, new TV champion. Right after we had Yota Tsuji versus Yuya Uemura. Some would say the future of New Japan itself. Right here. I've seen these guys at least for a minute now. I know Yota Tsuji, being with Lij and Yuya Uemura now being with Just Five Guys. I've mostly seen a little bit more of Yuya Uemura, given he'd been on Impact Wrestling for a good while on Excursion, and whatnot, especially with Joe Hendry. But this is a good match. I thought it was enjoyable. I guess they were telling a story here. I know what Suji kind of gets. I don't know if he has more wins than you or more and whatnot. I'm not sure, but it was good. Like I said, it was a good match. Uemura won with the deadbolt. Basically, was a double arm suplex. Beating Suji. So pretty good stuff, and I'm sure the rivalry is going to continue between both of these two. But good for them to get a match on Wrestle Kingdom, kind of showcasing the future and whatnot. Right after was House of Torture versus Shota Umino and Kaito Kiyomiya. Shooter himself. Ren Narita is now with House of Torture, Evil, Bullet Club, House of Torture, whichever one this is. I don't have a lot to say about this. Listen, if you've seen any House of Torture match, anything involving House of Torture, you know it's going to be a whole bunch of shenanigans and interferences, and that's all this really was about this match. I guess Narita betrayed Shooter and the World Tag League and whatnot, ended up joining House of Torture and stuff. So like I said, it's not a lot to say. It was basically a whole bunch of just cheating from House of Torture, weapons and all of that. What Narita hit him with like some push up board and then ended up hitting like his finisher right after. So yeah, House of Torture just ended up beating up Shooter and Kaito Kiyomiya out here. So this is probably the worst match on the whole show, if you ask me. And when it comes to House of Torture, I've seen this type of House of Torture all the time, and it's you kind of know the formula of how it goes when Evil and them get involved in any type of match. So this is probably the worst thing on the card. Right after, I felt like this is where the show kind of picked up a little bit. Was the never open weight title on the line? Tama Tonga versus Shingo Takagi. I know both of these guys have been facing each other back and forth, trading the title back and forth. But I thought this was a hot match. I thought the crowd was really into it. These guys beat the hell out of each other, I thought. giving us the never open weight belt. What Tamatanga, which, by the way, if you're in Bullet Club or any former Bullet Club member, you gotta do that in everybody's move. Gun stun. He did a bloody Sunday. The crowd popped when he did the Styles Clash though. That was crazy. And whatnot. So I thought that was insane. I know Shingo tried to come back with the pumping bomber, Lash the Dragon, but Tama ended up hitting the DSD. Basically, was like a J Driller for the win. Winning the Never Openweight Championship. So back. So good for Tama. Now apparently, because I feel like a lot of people are kind of getting about it in NJPW now. It looks like a lot of changes are happening, but given Tama did win the title here, I did check out some of the backstage comments. I haven't seen all of them, but apparently he said this is going to be his last month in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He wants to be closer to his family. If you want to go look up the backstage comments. You'll see what I'm talking about. But apparently that is true. That this will be his last month here. He wants to work somewhere closer in America to be near his family. I don't know where he'll go if he leaves NJPW. I don't know if he'll go to AEW. I don't know if he'll go to TNA. I don't know where Tamatong will go, but like God, I think Tom is good. I think they've given him a pretty good singles push in New Japan, especially with the never openweight title. I know he's had it a bunch of times though, but for him to say this will be his last month in New Japan is quite shocking. So I don't know if he'll just drop the title to somebody or he'll just give up the belt. So maybe we'll see him back here, depending on what company he goes to. But yeah, apparently this is gonna be his way out. So hell of a way to go out the win in Wrestle Kingdom, because shit, Wrestle Kingdom last year he won the title back from Carl Anderson, who was in WWE at the time. So yeah, he just got the title again. Um but yeah, Tama winning it back happens a lot though. I feel like he just kind of loses and gets his belt back or got back a lot. But yeah, apparently he will be out of here. Now, obviously the next big surprise of the entire night, which I guess I should be saying this is the first person that has been recently released from WWE to in that list to actually show up on a different show. Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler came through the crowd with his brother Ryan Nemeth as they sat front row. I guess to watch what's gonna happen what's in the next match. So yeah, Dolph Ziggler. I'm like, okay, I guess he's gonna be with New Japan then. This is a good get. I'm gonna get to him in a few minutes though. But we do move on for the IWGP tag titles and strong open weight tag titles. Bishamon, who won the World Tag League 3 years in a row, they get to pick their opponents. So they picked God, which is El Phantasmo, and Hikuleo, the strong openweight champions. It was a good match. I don't got a lot to say about it. Didn't expect Hikuleo to be jumping off I almost like he's about to stand on him. Phantasmo's shoulders to jump off, like how Phantasmo did the Thunder Kiss the Super Thunder Kiss 86. But what he ended up doing a big splash. Hikuleo onto Goto for the win. So like I said, it was a good match. Mm. But yeah, Bishamon. What was I saying though? Yeah, but Bishamon, not a bad tag team. With Goto and Yoshihashi, I just can't really say I don't know. I don't feel like I care so much half the time. I didn't really expect Phantasmo and Hikuleo to become double champions right here. So it was kind of surprising to see. So I didn't really expect them to win the tag team titles, but it was a good match though, like nothing special, but it was a pretty good tag match to be on Wrestle Kingdom. No. Next, the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Title, El Desperado versus Hiromu Takahashi. Hiromu Takahashi, I believe, has been holding the belt for over a year now since the last Wrestle Kingdom, and I have seen him face Desperado several times, many times, and these two are always gonna have a great match with each other. I know the crowd was a little bit more pro Desperado out there. Really good stuff. I enjoyed it. Um, I know Hiromu tried to get the time bomb too. Desperado, I know he had like a big slam. He hit a pinche loco on him, but it was still a kick out. But he got him with another pinche loco, but kind of hit a J driller and then hit a second pinche loco. for the win. So I enjoyed this match. It was very good. Listen, I recommend watching this. I almost thought it was going to be one of the best things of the night. When it comes to the junior heavyweight title matches, it's always a great watch. So you know you're going to get something special out of this. And it's Hiromu and Desperado, so they always put on great stuff out there. So very good IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. El Desperado now becoming the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Um, but right after that, we now go to a triple threat match for the IWGP Global Heavyweight title. This is a new belt. We've gone from, which honestly, and it's a nice title belt. Let me say that. It looks like a very good title. But I rather them just go back to being the Intercontinental Championship. They should have never got rid of that. We went from US to UK. Now we're at a global heavyweight title. One thing to take away from this was Will Ospreay's Assassin's Creed entrance, even having like the hat and hidden blade. There's a Assassin's Creed Syndicate out there, even the crowd singing, Ospreay's theme song near the end. But it kind of had the Assassin's Creed thing playing, so I'm sure he got some type of deal with Ubisoft to do this. So listen, Will Ospreay's already been an assassin. Come on, he calls out the aerial assassin. Has done several Assassin's Creed moves, or his move set is named after something to do with Assassin's Creed if you play the video games. But his entrance was very cool. Moxley, I think he was supposed to be like the Red Hood or something coming through the crowd. David Finlay with his shillelagh and Gato right there. This was one hell of a match. Obviously, it's a triple threat match, so you knew it was going to be a whole bunch of weapons and stuff involved. And of course, Moxley has to bleed in this match because it's Japan, so he's got to bleed here too. Now I knew the first 5 minutes of this match that Moxley and Ospreay agreed to is that they would beat the living hell out of Finlay, and that's what they did. And even put him through a table before actually having a one-on-one themselves, and whatnot. And like, there's a lot of crazy stuff in here, in this match. Okay, from such double teams, being pile drive on top of one other person, or just finishers just coming out of nowhere, from a hidden blade to a Death Rider, even damn near to a Stormbreaker almost, which was just crazy. It was a lot of crazy stuff. I'm not gonna try to name throughout all of this, but um, it was a lot of cool stuff. David Finlay trying to do his best to steal a win, while these two beat the hell out of each other in this. I know Moxley hitting a Death Rider, which Ospreay hit the hidden blade right after. Like I said, Finlay tried to steal it again. It did not work. Also, more weapons were involved. We got chairs out there. We got I know Ospreay hit like a damn moonsault to the outside of the ring, which I think Finley's nose started bleeding too, which was pretty crazy. He bounced, so he just kind of got back up after that. So that was insane. But Ospreay and Moxley, they were about to do something else until the Bullet Club War Dogs came in and started attacking them after that. They ended up going on the table to the out, but there's two more tables out there. Ospreay hit a big swanton from the top rope to the outside onto Bullet Club War Dogs. These Japanese tables, I swear to God, don't ever work half the time, but it went through though. Moxley ended up in Finley with a Death Rider, but and whatnot. But Ospreay with a hidden blade. He hit the Stormbreaker, but right after that, Finley came back in. He hit a Brain Buster. He was gonna go for Oblivion, but he kind of like hit him with like a knee to the face for the win. So now David Finlay is the new IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion. Let me say this. I'm not surprised Finlay won this match. I knew this a while ago that Finlay was going to win this match because here's the thing. Will Ospreay, he's basically done with New Japan at this point, okay? He's on his way out the door from here. We already know he signed with AEW. I'm just kind of surprised they kind of let him just go do all these other dates, and you can't really see. I've said this before, even back when they did sign him and had that announcement. It's like, it's cool to see Will Ospreay, but it's like, why are we talking about a guy you're not going to see in the next 4 months on AEW and has to finish his run with every other place I'm sure he's doing stuff for, like New Japan or TNA, which already kind of told me Wrestle Kingdom that Will Ospreay was not going to win this because he's going to AEW and Moxley's already in AEW. Yeah, they probably could. I don't think they're going to send a new title out there with somebody else right now to a different company. So you knew Finlay was going to win this match, okay? Finlay was going to win. So it's not much of a surprise who won this match. It was a great match, though. Don't get me wrong. Hell of a brawl and stuff. Really good stuff. And, Finlay doing his can to survive and steal the win. But like I said, Ospreay on his way out the door. Moxley, he's already in AEW. So Finlay is the guy that actually still works here and doesn't, homegrown guy they got there. So that's their guy. They come on. Finley was gonna win this. He works for New Japan, so this was not much of a surprise who really won here. So I kind of knew Osprey or Moxley were not gonna win this match. So there you go. Osprey, like I said, 1 foot out the door already. But right after this match, Finley started yelling at Nick Nemeth, who got in his face. Pushed him back. Next thing you know, a brawl happened. Crowd starts to kind of go nuts for it. So yeah, Nick Nemeth basically brawling with Finley. Listen, go watch the backstage promo. I thought it was really good that he cut, trying to even attack Finley in the backstage comments and talking about how he wants that IWGP Global title. So a good start for Nick Nemeth, formerly known as Dolph Ziggler. I guess he's going to be sticking with New Japan. Good choice. I know a lot of people have been saying he should have been back. He should have been there with New Japan a long time ago, honestly, and should have got out of the WWE and whatnot. So I think this is going to be Nemeth's time. I look forward to see what's going to happen. I've always liked Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, but I do feel like he fell off near the end within WWE and was kind of getting really pushed back nowadays. But the guy he literally damn near did everything in WWE. Okay, he really did. So I look forward to what he's gonna do in New Japan or Dolph Ziggler. I'm trying not to say Dolph Ziggler, but Nick Nemeth, wherever he show up, I don't know. But good start, very good promo. Go look it up online. You'll see what I'm talking about. But a great triple threat though overall too. Next semifinal, the big rematch from Forbidden Door. Okada, which I guess he had a cool another one of his jackets, like the silver. Everybody's got like white silver gear on these shows tonight. Like everybody's coming up with some type of white silverish type of clean gear on this whole pay per view. But his entrance was cool. Like it's like it was something like he's got the white jacket on. He goes to this glass case where like scans him and like the jacket lights up and stuff. So it was a cool jacket Okada had. Danielson coming out with the eye patch and his jacket and whatnot. So cool entrance. But obviously the focus of this match was the arm and the eye. Danielson doing his best to damage Okada's arm. It's still really kind of cool to see people in Japan doing the yes chants. But yes, Okada also focused on Danielson's eye throughout this match too. I gotta say, this was some brutal ass stuff. I think this was probably the best wrestling match out of the entire night, damn near. Um, this was crazy. Okay, Danielson, I'm not gonna lie, he was kind of beating the hell out of Okada out there. He really was. But especially with them damn running knees. I don't know how many running knees he got on him out there, but it was insane. But one thing he was doing was trying to get the rings of Saturn and how he made Okada tap out to begin with, but he somehow got his legs to the rope. Um, he's just doing his best, like to just work on that arm and keep trying to tap him out and submit him, going for the label lock several times, but ended up in it with a rainmaker then. Danielson still kicking Okada in his like good arm out there, which was insane. Going kind of because I know going near the end of this match because not Okada, but Danielson got the running knee. He was setting up for another one. But Okada at the landslide. Then he was basically dodging the label lock, reversed it. Went for I know he tried to go for another running knee. Danielson didn't work. Okada hit the Rainmaker, which I felt was kind of abrupt how it ended. Like, it had like over 20 something minutes out there, but I didn't think it was because, like, how many Rainmakers did Okada really hit? Like, maybe one or two, because that's what Danielson was just hitting them running knees on him like several times. I didn't think it was actually going to end right there. I actually thought Danielson was about to tap out. I didn't think that Rainmaker was really going to take him out like that. I expected to maybe be maybe it's two or three more after that he was gonna hit, but I'm like, oh, Okada actually won. I was expecting this to keep going. I was really did. So the crowd was very hot for it. It definitely told a story. Obviously, it's now 1-1 with Okada and Danielson. Okada winning on, Okada now winning on home turf in Japan, New Japan, Tokyo Dome. Danielson already got one under AEW soil at the Forbidden Door. So they're going to have to do this again. I'm sure maybe in a different country. I don't know. Maybe somewhere. I'm not going to say Wembley right now. I feel like they would do something like that. Knowing AEW, they'll say Wembley. We can have Okada versus Danielson in Wembley. I wouldn't mind it. I don't care. Like I said, it's the rubber match, so you know what's going to happen. But both of these guys are 1-on-1, 1-1. So I'm sure it'll be a rubber match at some point. Okada and Danielson show respect to each other after that, but this was a hell of a match, okay? this was pretty brutal, and I recommend everybody should go watch this. This was insane. Um, but now we get to the main event. IWGP World Title on the line. Sanada versus Tetsuya Naito. Tetsuya Naito winning the G1 for the third time, getting his right to main event Wrestle Kingdom against Sanada. Basically, telling the story from both of these guys, how they both came up in the training dojo together, from LIJ to where they are right now. This was a very good match. I feel like it took some time to get into with the crowd, but the crowd was getting hot for Naito. They was really pro Naito because I know they kept saying, could this be Naito's last chance, especially main event in the Tokyo Dome and whatnot, even winning the G1 again and finally getting that big LIJ roll call. So this was very good. It was a great match. I was listening. I was about to have it going for them damn the deadfall out there, but even like I said, it took a minute to put Sanada down after a few of them Destinos and whatnot, but I know Naito was coming back and Tornado DDT, trying to roll him up, but Sanada got him with a Shining Wizard, another deadfall. He tried to go. Sanada tried to charge into him. Naito hit a spine busted in. After that, he went for basically another. I think it was like another two Destinos. It looked like two big ones. Crowd was just urging for that win from Naito. Naito got the win and is now the new IWGP Heavyweight Champion. Um, right after that, he's being presented the title. He's gearing up. He's ready to say the Lij roll call, but because he couldn't get it a few years ago when he became the double champion due to Kenta attacking him at Wrestle Kingdom. But now he's gonna get his chance. But then next thing you know, House of Torture attacks Evil and Dick Togo, which I'm like, not again. We're doing this again. But Sanada came in for the save, so Naito can get his big moment. Um, they both show respect to each other then. Naito basically, he got his hat and he says, because of Sanada, I wouldn't be able to be doing this right now. So he showed them respect and thanked them after that. But Naito, he thanked all the fans out there. It's the Tokyo Dome, it's Wrestle Kingdom. We got a great show or whatnot, and he wants to get what he wanted to do a few years ago. He got to do the big Lij roll call before the show, like I said, to end off the show, sending everybody home happy. So yeah, Los Ingobernables de Japón. So that it was a big thing at the end. Overall, though, like I should say, this was a hell of Wrestle Kingdom. I think this was a great show. I don't know if anybody's going to sit through all of it. I think the show is like damn near 5-6 hours, if I'm not mistaken. If you literally watch it in one fell swoop, because it's 10 matches on this show. Okay, it's 10 matches. So excuse me. So you're gonna be there for a minute. I feel like the show didn't pick up until like Tama and Shingo out there. I think that's when it really started to start to pick up. So you know, excuse me. Yes, it started to pick up from there. So that's why I feel like the show is getting really good. I will say that I think Sonata was gonna win, possibly, but I feel like they just want to give Naito that roll call, though. I do feel that way. I think Sonata had a good run as the champion. I know some question his time as champion, especially who he went against, or if the crowd was really behind him. I thought it was different. Um, and whatnot with him be the champion. I was glad to see Sonata get his chance. I would have been more surprised if he actually won and beat Naito, but I had a feeling Naito was going to win this. Was going to win this whole thing. I just kind of knew. But I will say, like I said, this is a really good show. I enjoyed all of it. I enjoyed the main event. I enjoyed Okada and Danielson. I thought the triple threat was really good. I thought it was this is like one of the best things of the night. I thought Shingo and Tama was one of the best things of the night too. Nick Nemeth actually, making his debut on New Japan tonight was really good too. So it was a lot of good stuff. Because I know there was other good things too, but I feel like the crowd either wasn't really into it, or I just didn't like say it was good, but it wasn't nothing like memorable good to really care about like that. So I think once the bigger matches started coming on, like the bigger title matches, that's what people really were hot for it, or like so, or just even special singles matches like Okada and Danielson. But like I said, the crowd's hot for the world title. They were hot for the triple threat. Tama and Shingo never open weight really woke them up out there. Even the junior title I thought was really good too, which kind of had the crowd going off. So like I said, until we got like got halfway through the show, that's when everything was really starting to pick up. But like overall, it was still a great show in general. So like I said, I enjoyed a lot of it. So like I said, we got the president out there, folks, President Tanahashi. So yeah, I'm sure he's running a lot of things right now. But yeah, overall though, I enjoyed Wrestle Kingdom. I thought it was great. I had a lot of fun watching it. Like I said, I know some things were probably gonna happen anyways of who was gonna win. Like I know we're probably gonna see another Okada and Danielson along the line soon enough. I knew Finley was gonna win that title, given Ospreay being in AEW and Moxley. Like I said, the main event itself. Naito and Sanada. Really good stuff. But I do believe they kind of get Naito to get the win to get that big roll call. Damn, every title changed on this show tonight. By the way, every title match that happened on Wrestle Kingdom, the belt changed. Like there was a new champion being crowned tonight on this show. So like all title changes, like definitely all of them. Like I said, and I know some people looks like they're gonna be leaving too. After this, we already know who. So we can all see where that's gonna go and what's gonna happen next with some people, or with titles and whatnot if they got them. So yeah, overall, Wrestle Kingdom was great. I definitely enjoyed it. I recommend you definitely go back and watch, if not all of it, some of the bigger matches that I've already explained to go back and watch. But it was some noteworthy and newsworthy things coming out of Wrestle Kingdom 18. So hell of a show. I may do a New Year's Dash review, but hey, look out for that too, because you never know what can happen on New Year's Dash. Also, for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Overall, that's all I really got to say about Wrestle Kingdom 18. Hey, if you stayed up to this for this whole show the whole night for whatever 1, 2 in the morning, hey, good luck to you if you did. Or if you waited till the next day and avoided the internet and spoilers, that's kind of mostly what I did. Hey, that's good for you too. But hey, as long as you saw the show and had a good time with it, really good stuff. All right. So yeah. Other than that, I'm out of here. Like this video, hit that notification bell. Like I said, follow me on Twitter, HoodNight890, and check out any review that's uploaded right now. So yeah, other than that, I'm out of here. I will see you guys then. Peace.